Hello Sagittarius and welcome to my channel. My name is Nikita Antoine and I am the Oracle of the Tarot. Your reading is so amazing. Oh my god, hang on, let me just finish my introduction and then we'll get into the reading. Alright, all of my readings are timeless, so whenever the message finds you and it resonates and it's yours at the time in which you find it. And even though all of the messages are categorized by zodiac sign, they're all yours, regardless of the sign. You can everything. It's all yours. Have it all. Okay. I have to say, Sagittarius, your last reading, I'm pretty sure I am tapping into the same collective, Sagittarian collective. Your last reading was highly, highly sexual, highly romantic, and just all the feelings. Lots of Scorpio energy. And I was a little bit nervous to start doing your reading this time because the same feeling is coming back again. It's not quite as like petite mort, but it's definitely, if this, I don't know if it's like the prequel, I don't know. We're just gonna get into it and see what's happening. But it feels like a Gothic romance. It's like, it's so dark, it's so mysterious. I love it all. Anyways, a song came in for you, and it's an old song, a very old song. Hopefully I'm not dating myself. It was Evanescence. Evanescence, the classic, Bring Me Back to Life. I love that song. I think it came out when I was like 11 years old. I probably played it over and over again. I like ruined my CD player listening to that CD over and over again. Anyways, I'm just rambling now. All right. Let's get a overall energy for Sagittarius and Tarot. Can we get an overall energy for Sagittarius? I mean, your reading is pretty clear, but I just like to do the overall energies within the tarot. Overall energy for Sagittarius. We have two. All right. We have two really big ones. We have Osiris and Thoth. Okay, so we are talking about the overall energy for your reading is something that is written in your Akashic record. It's something that, like, it's something that is heavily relied on divine timing. And then with the Osiris energy mixed in with that, it's speaking about, of course, death and transformation. This is also a divine masculine energy as well. So it's, I don't know. Okay, we'll just get into it. That's not, okay. We'll just get into it. It's something to do with divine timing. It's written. This came out in the Capricorn reading. Something was written. It was written. Or was it the Capricorn reading? I don't know. They all blend in together. And I also want to state that I don't ask for love readings. Like, I just, whatever happens, like, the cards just talk to me. I don't ask particularly for love readings Perhaps maybe it's because we're going through Scorpio season right now that I'm getting like lots of love and death and sexually fueled readings. All right, so we'll see what Osiris and Thoth have to say later on. I'm just noticing like he's got all of these little symbols on him. I don't know why I want to say like tattoos or something. Something about tattoos. There's all these little symbols here. On Thoth. Something with tattoos. I don't know what that means. Ah, there we go. Tattoos being something that is like permanent, something that that's what I was talking about before. It's like something that is written in your Akashic record that is like a permanent fixture to your timeline now that relied on this divine timing. Oh God, we're already 6 minutes in. Okay, let's start the reading. So we have, I don't know, I want to say also that I don't know if I'm talking to the masculine or the feminine in this reading. So it's actually playing out both ways. So we're just going to read it. You'll see what I mean. Okay. We're starting off. Yes, honey. We're starting off with this powerful energy. We have the pillar and the anchor. This is, in the traditional tarot, this is both the Empress and the Emperor. So we're talking about a divine counterpart energy. And you know, you put yourself on whichever side. Of course, the Empress tends to be more of the feminine energy. The anchor is the masculine energy. But you know, gender's fluid, so it just goes back and forth. Anyways, and I say that this is like a divine couple because we are having the Three of Cups is following after the couple here. And what I immediately picked up on is that when the energies of both the feminine and the masculine are aligned, they merge together. First of all, they merge together within self. Then it is able to be manifested into reality. So it's talking about the energies, the cup energies, meaning like the emotional energies of the masculine and of the feminine separate. Let's separate them out first. And it's talking about with three, it's talking about the raw masculine, the raw masculine and feminine, the emotional masculine and feminine, and then the divine masculine and feminine. And it's speaking about that all three of these aspects of self have been brought into like a cohesive balance and how do I want to explain it? It's like all of those aspects of your own personal energy within self are like working together peacefully. It is a very like playful. It's like all of your energies within you are friends. If you understand what I'm meaning, and then it is only when that happens. After that happens, that these two energies, the Empress and the Anchor can actually come together. So they each possess a cup of their own, and then when they merge together, they create a third energy, which is the Three of Cups energy. You know, a joyous, celebrated, emotional collaboration that happens between both of these energies to merge and sync together and create in the creation of a third energy. And what I'm seeing here is that the two of you are coming together initially in friendship. It's so beautiful. It's so, I love it. Okay, so you're initially coming together in friendship, and I say friendship because the Three of Cups has this moon, these two crescent moons in them, and it always reminds me of sign language for friend. So you're both coming together as friends initially. Now we're gonna like roll back in time a little bit. There's something happened. There's something's happening before you actually physically meet, in which both of you. Okay, how do I explain this? Both of you are sending out a signal. So we have the World here. They all want to come together. Okay. We have the World, no, it's not the World. We have first the Conqueror of Wands, the Ascension, and the World card. And with the World here, I'm seeing this as, it wanted to be, sorry, I've got I think I'm getting a little cold. It wanted to be the traditional, if you've ever seen the traditional tarot with the lady inside of the laurel wreath, and the image brought to me Aphrodite, which is the goddess of love. So we have this portal into love that is opening with the World card, and what I'm seeing is that it's happening on both of your sides. Both of you separately, because it's kind of like you haven't met physically yet. So I'm seeing you, each of you, they're in this Conqueror of Wands. There's this Uberus that is all tangled up, right? So that's what is telling me that in order for you to come into this union with that Three of Cups energy, it's like you had to untangle each of your own Uberuses, separately, in order for it to even be able to. How do I explain this? Like if there are two snakes, right? Let's just say there's two Uberuses, and they want to sync together in like a infinity, right? Like linking together. Kind of in this image. They have to untangle and unwind themselves first, and then reattach the tail into the mouth. I hope that this makes sense. Before do you see what I mean? Like they're separately, they have to untangle, right? And then they're two straight snakes. And then when they come in together, they then have to, and then I don't know. It's just showing me like an infinity, like an infinity sign with two Uberuses. I don't know what I'm doing with my hands. So that's what's being shown to me. And with this Aphrodite symbolism here, if you can see, there's the Uberus, each of your Uberuses at the center of this world card. And I'm seeing Eros. I think his name's Eros. Yeah, right? Cupid? Cupid. I'm seeing Aphrodite's son, Cupid, in the representation of this Ascension card. And it's only when this Uberus here is untangled that you have access, that each of you have access to these arrows. So it's like I'm seeing you both have, Cupid has granted you, both of you, your own arrow to shoot, and to shoot for love, to open this portal. It's a portal of love, to open this portal of love and take aim and shoot wherever it's going to land. And I say wherever it's going to land because we have the Two of Swords coming next. Blah. We have that. This is so exciting. Okay, we have the Two of Swords coming next. So it's like I'm seeing both of you on with the World card. It's like you're at two different sides of the world. Hello, honey. She's really wanting attention. I'm seeing both of you at two different sides of the world. And it's like neither of you, with the Two of Swords energy, neither of you can see each other. However, I notice that the eye on the Two of Swords is open. It's almost like you can't see each other, but you can feel each other intuitively. It's an intuitive knowing that there is someone out there for me. I haven't done all this work in vain, speaking of like shadow work, untangling your Uberus, and knowing, not necessarily seeing, but it's like you just shot your arrow in the dark. You shot it through. I'm seeing both of you at each sides of the I mean, we could be talking about like the United States. So one of you is on the East Coast and one is on the West Coast. And I'm seeing both of you at the same time. You're both drawing back your arrow and you're just shooting it. You don't know where it's going to land. You just know that there's someone out there that is your like compatible mate, right? Right? The Empress to your Emperor, or the Emperor to your Empress. It's an intrinsic knowing that you have in your heart. So you shoot, right? And then we have the Death card. She wants me to open the window. Hang on. Honey, we can't open it. It's so cold, babe. I'll crack it. It's cracked. Don't go out there. It's so fucking cold. Okay, sorry. Okay. Where was I? All right. So you're firing your arrow in the dark. You don't know where it's going to land, but you know that there's someone out there for you. And it's kind of like you both shot your arrow at the exact same time. It's very like synchronistic. And with death coming next, this Death card in particular, because I have multiple Death cards, talks about the glory of transformation. I actually call it the glory of death. I'm a little like Gothic, I guess, myself. I like this. Anyways, that's beside the point. But it's like I'm seeing both of your arrows hit the mark at the exact same time. And when the arrow impacts each of you, there's like, it's like you both die. not die in an actual like you know 3D sense. This is very very much metaphorical. You die in a sense that it's shifting you from one timeline into another with this world card. It's kind of like each of you shot a portal of love towards the other one, and when that happened, both of you, it's like both of your portals like joined together, sort of. Very interesting. And when I was saying before about how it's like you don't know them, but you can feel them, I'm always drawn to all these mushrooms that are around this skull. And mushrooms for me talk about they talk about the underlining like psychic awareness between the collective consciousness. Collective consciousness is coming through as the Three of Wands. It's speaking of like staying in one place, standing in a place, and being able to like telepathically communicate with the with your partner through the streams of the collective consciousness. It's like I'm seeing like it's kind of like a net, that everything is like crossing, and it's like you know how to find the other through the net, through the internet. There we go. Okay. So this is what I mean. It's like each of you are in two different places, and you've both shot your arrow, your portal of love arrow. It's hit the mark before you've met each other, and then because it's hit the mark and kind of like collapsed both of your portals onto one another, it's like you're able to find each other through the net, through the internet. You're like probably going to meet on the internet, or you probably have met on the internet. And so the ruler of coins is coming next, and that's what's making me feel as though it's moving from an energetic state into being solidified, anchored to the earth, into the ability to meet each other, actually meet each other, is starting to open up because you met on the net. And so we have what's coming next is the so we have the ruler of coins, we have the alchemist, and we have the shadow. Excuse me. And this is both of you, like how I was saying, on either side of the world. So I'm seeing this as like a world. And the message kind of doesn't really, it doesn't have really anything to do with the titles. What it's really talking about here is one of you looking at the moon, and then the other is looking at this moon as well. And it's like you're both looking at the moon together. It's like that's the connection. There's something, it's like the moment where you fired, the arrow was fired on a full moon. I feel like I'm talking about something that has previously happened. It's like if we're speaking of this ruler of coins, we're talking about perhaps it was on the full moon in Taurus that just previously went past, which was on Halloween. Gothic romance. Okay. I love this. Okay, so It's speaking about like that's when the arrow was fired. It's like I'm seeing with both of your hands coming together here in this full moon. It's like that's when you were able to get, because this is here. Like that's when you were able to like snag your arrows. I was gonna say quills. Are they called quills? No, they're not called quills. What is? I don't know. It's beside the point. But it's like that's the moment in which you were able to get your arrows. It's like that's the moment when you had the power of your manifestation, when you could, when it was shot. And what I'm seeing here with the shadow, it's talking about the bat talks about echolocation. So it's that stream. It's the stream of like. It's like you've met on the like a psychic stream. And there's signals, right? It's like one of you is sending a signal and then it's rebounding and coming back. And it's like we're talking about over the net, it's like messages. But it doesn't necessarily have to be. Okay, there we go. So the messages that are being delivered over the net, over the internet, are slower. There's more information that is being passed between you both through this moon energy that is very fast. It's like instantaneous, right? It's like telepathic communication. So it's more instantaneous than this 3D like way of communication, with the ruler of coins being the 3D way of communication and the bat being the more psychic telepathic. It's both happening at the same time, and both of those ways of communicating are combining, and there's this like, it's kind of like a connecting of the dots. It's like, okay, it's like when you're looking at the stars and you see, right, you see each individual star, but you can't actually, like, you don't actually see the constellation. It's something that you imagine. It's something that is shaped in your mind. And that's what it's talking about. It's talking about those two like ways merging together, so that it's like I'm just listening. It's the it's going back to the it's written part, right? The it's written, but it's like it's written in the stars. It's written in the stars. They're the constellations, even though you can't see them. It's like I don't know. It's like it's written in the stars. It's like the constellations are like tattoos. They're permanent, in a sense. I'm not really sure what that means. Maybe that's for somebody who understands what I'm talking about there, but I'm not really sure what that means. I think it's talking about the connection between you two is it's going to become like a permanent fixture, or it's like a permanent, it's like the constellations have been there for, I mean, well, stars do die and all of that, but in our, you know, human, earthly, earth beings, understanding of the stars, it's like they've been there forever. And that's what it's talking about with you both. It's like the ability to connect with one another has been there like forever. But in order to get there, it's like the if you were to like have just like it's like a kind of like a puzzle. It's like you had to put the stars in the right place in order to see the constellations. What are we talking about here? Okay, let's just move on. And then next we have the moon card that's coming next. And this moon card is again, hang on, I have to let it focus. Hopefully you can see. Inside each of these mountains, there's like a wolf, right? And both of them are looking at the moon, and it's like you're connected through the moon. You're connected through the moon. Or you are connecting through the moon. It's like when you're looking up at the moon and wondering who's looking up at the moon, if your like partner is looking, yeah, they're looking up at the moon at the same time. And a very interesting thing happened here. So it's like when you both fired your love portal, you know, arrow, Cupid's arrow at each other, something mysterious, something that is like some type of moon magic. It wants to be like a moon magic or a moon ritual. Especially with this alchemist here. What it did was it turned this Three of Swords, which is this heartbreak, pain from past loves. It transmuted it. It transmuted the heartbreak, your moon magic, whoever is doing moon magic, transmuted this heartbreak. It transmuted the heartbreak with this scarab energy. Scarabs talk about magic. It's like you both brought death to each other in the most loving way. It's like, it's kind of like that Evanescence song where it talks about like bringing each other back to life. It's like it's kind of in a sense like what you did for each other. I don't know if you necessarily are aware of, I mean, I hope that if you're doing, you know, moon rituals and magic and all that stuff, you know what you're doing. But perhaps maybe you don't know the actual impact of what was done. And that's what was done. It's the Osiris energy. It's bringing back to life, right? Because Osiris was killed by his brother Set, and chopped up into like 14 pieces. And Isis went out and found all of his body parts and brought him back to life, like with magic. And it's the same idea that is happening here as well. It's like you're bringing each other's love back to life. It's so beautiful. Ugh, it's so romantic and like a Halloween, like Gothic type of way. Ugh, I love it. And then we're ending your reading off with, it's so beautiful. We're ending the reading with both of you. Oh my God. We're ending the reading with both of you in the reflect. 10 of coins and 10 of cups. It's stunning. It's just, it's all the feels, all of it, everything, all the like beauty. It's just pure love. It's just pure love. I talk about the reflect as being a mating dance. It's kind of like this card in particular played heavy in the Pisces reading. So, and in Pisces was having an ethereal love affair, a love affair that was happening in the dream, in the psychic state, but hadn't quite manifested yet in the real world. It's not the real world. In the 3D world, because Pisces had a message that the dream world is just as real, if not more real, than what's happening in the wake state. And so what this is talking about is this 10 of Cups energy solidifying again. It's solidifying, it's anchoring itself into this earth realm. Because this ruler of coins is above. Okay, how can I hold this? I don't know if I can hold this up like that. Hopefully I can. Hang on. Let's get this. Because you have to see it. Ah! Don't mind me and my frustration. I wish that I had many arms. Is this right? Patience. Oh my god. Ugh. Okay. Yes. No, it's not right. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Ha-ha! Okay. All right. So do you see how oh my goodness. Look. Okay. So yeah, it's right. It's right. It's right. It's right. All right. So the ruler of coins is over the 10 of coins. The shadow card is over the 10 of cups, and it's talking about the merging of the psychic realm into the anchored 3D realm. So it's talking about like the love that you have for each other, the ethereal love that you have for each other, the love that you had created for yourself within yourself first through acts of self-love, has now manifested, right? And it's anchoring itself into the 3D world. And with the alchemist and the, oh my goodness, this is so fucking beautiful. With the alchemist and this reflect card here, hang on, I want to get my cards back in order. It's talking about you both coming together. It's talking about you coming together. This kind of looks like the net to me, so like coming together through the internet, but you're also coming together in the ethers, in the psychic realm. And you're both, it's like both of those elements are pulling you they're pulling you closer. It's pulling you closer. It's pulling you closer. Pulling you closer through friendship, initially. We could be just talking about friends here. We don't have to necessarily be talking about something that's romantic. However, with all of the Aphrodite and Cupid talk, it feels romantic, especially because I was getting all these like butterflies in my stomach and that song, Evanescence. I mean, come on. It's like a Gothic romance. I love it. Okay, I'm gonna stop there. If this at all resonated with you, join me in the extended. I would love to see you there. And if not, I will see you next time. Toodaloo. Love you, Sagittarius. Bye.